The reflection might be too hard on this. Actually, it's showing up. Let me go over here just a little bit, get it out of the camera there. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, I so many of you out there, let's show them how they can contact the show, follow us on social media, everything like that. So many of you out there get so tired of this because, I mean, you know, I do not highlight James Comey's book, Andrew McCabe's book, Whoopi Goldberg. I don't highlight books, okay? This is not what I do here. I mean, if I do highlight a book, it's worth it, damn it. I don't know how that sounded. But this one you're getting tired of. It's called Scalia's Court, Legacy of Landmark Opinions and Dissents, okay? And it's called Scalia's Court. Now, I wish the justice was alive today to see what is going on. So Alabama passed a new controversial, it has to be signed, controversial bill, abortion bill. Now, we have looked for, in the United States, pro-life, we have looked for a court. Josh, you got to look somebody up. Give me, I need 2 pictures. I need 3 pictures, okay? Amy Coney Barrett. She's a judge. Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Okay? I need Judge Neil Gorsuch. Write these down. Pay attention, Josh. I need Neil Gorsuch, okay? I need Justice Brett Kavanaugh. I need Chief Justice John Roberts. Right. I need Justice Clarence Thomas. And then I need Justice Samuel Alito. And the hell with the rest of them. That's what I need. All right, but wait a minute. Throw me up number 17 real quick. So, we have waited, if you're pro-life, okay, for how many years? And I let me just do this. You're going to say, why can't you get organized? Roe. All right, let's just go Roe v. Wade. And it was 1973. So on 1973, a very flimsy case. Now, states were legalizing, and I can't go down that road, so don't start fact-checking me right now, okay? Damn it, just chill, all right? But states were already doing things where their own abortion laws were concerned. There was things happening, but a very flimsy case, Roe v. Wade, was a landmark decision in 1973 for the U.S. Supreme Court, in which the court ruled that the due process clause of the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides a fundamental right to privacy that protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose whether or not to have abortion. Now, they're going to discuss abortion. And that's all you will hear. Okay? Even if you are pro-choice, you do understand that Roe v. Wade is a very flimsy decision based on the 14th Amendment and the right to privacy. Not the right for you to murder what I consider a child. And I know how rough that sounded. It's a very flimsy case. It stands now. There's a reason why the liberal media yells settled law. There's a reason why. Always remember, what the media yells the loudest concerning a topic, a subject, is what they're trying to convince you, and that you could sit down at Starbucks or one of these little coffee shops and enjoy coffee. It's settled law. It's settled law. What do you want to do this afternoon, Saul? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to play pickleball? What the hell? That's settled law. 1973. Who the hell wants to look at that? That's what they want you to believe. Pounding it home, it's settled law. But what it is very flimsy foundation. It is the worst case. One of the worst, okay? If you were going to take a case to the Supreme Court and argue your right to have an abortion, it would have been Roe v. Wade. This is a major mistake. Now, I know pro-choice people are mad, but as far as the Supreme Court, this is a major landmark decision that they blew. Because what the media will not tell you and what people will not talk about is this case is based on the 14th Amendment and right to privacy. Okay? So you supposedly have the right to your privacy. If you base the 14th Amendment right to privacy, why, what else do you have the right to privacy? How much harm can you inflict on yourself under your right to privacy? What can you do under your right to privacy? But that's what the basis is. Now, there are a couple, not going into detail, cases. Casey, that's Bob Casey Sr., the governor of Pennsylvania, believe it or not, went after Planned Parenthood. There's two cases in here that you have to have a justice, and I don't want to get this wrong because people can yell at me. You can yell at me. But you have to have a justice that asks, every case gets assigned to a justice. Let me get this right. And a justice has to ask to open a case up to hear certain positions on the case or certain law that goes with the case, the pending case. Being, it was understood, if you read this book, Antonin Scalia thought that the Sandra Day O'Connor with one of the cases, I forget which one, Webster, I think it's Webster, I don't know. He really thought that case right there, that Sandra Day O'Connor would say, Justice O'Connor would say, this case causes us, there we go, causes us to have to look at the entire Roe v. Wade law and open it up. Because you have to have it opened up, okay? Now, that being said, right there on the screen, the ones in red, there's a law. The ones in orange have a pending law, all right? They're working on it. Look at all of the states, all right? Now, obviously, New York is not working on an anti-abortion. States advanced anti-abortion legislation in 2019. Obviously, New York's not one of them. So that's one that has their proponents. Okay, not. I don't want to get the water muddy. So Alabama, all right, let's not get the water muddy. Alabama votes in this law. Let's just go to some of the highlights here. CNN 4 a.m. Go to number 8. At 4 a.m. this morning, CNN went nuts. Alabama passes near total abortion ban that criminalizes abortion, heading to governor's desk. Now, Governor Kay Ivey, is that her name, of Alabama? She's got 6 days. Now, we're thinking she's going to sign this bill 6 days. Let's go to number 9. Okay, just to show you. Again, Alabama passes near total abortion ban. Alabama bill that criminalizes abortion. Let's go to number 10. Right out of the box. Outside. They approved it. The Senate 25-6. Only 25-6. Alabama passes that bill. The state GOP-controlled House approved the bill. Here's what they say it will do. This is according to CNN, number 11. Bans abortion at every stage of pregnancy. Now, this is not a fetal heartbeat bill like Georgia, which I still have so much respect for the courage of our Governor Brian Kemp. But the fetal heartbeat bill that is about 6 states across the country, right? The fetal heartbeat bill makes abortion illegal once the heartbeat is detected, as early as 6 weeks. This bill in Alabama outlaws it, period. Period. Outlawed. I mean, they're going to be some double cousins over in Alabama when they get done. Damn, did I really say that? I'm in trouble big time. So, it outlaws it, period. Done deal. And the Senate, I forget the senator in Alabama, she said, yes, this bill is designed to go to the Supreme Court. They know it's going. Now, the fetal heartbeat bill in the other states will be tagged on. Because what's going to happen in all these states is you're going to find a lower level judge that's a liberal that's going to put a freeze on these laws going into place, okay? They're going to put a stay on them, and then the next thing you know, they got to go to the next level. So they're going to go to the Supreme Court. Are they going to go to the Supreme Court in a year? Are we going to get a ruling? Are these bills going to get to the Supreme Court before November Election Day? Wow, what if? Election Day, is 18 months away? What if in the next 18 months, one of these bills gets to the Supreme Court? Will the Supreme Court not hear it on account of election? Wait till after election? This is interesting. You better stay tuned. You can go out there and listen to, Beto O'Rourke cry on that Vanity Fair. He apologized. You can go out there all day long, and your ass can listen to Francis O'Rourke with those cackling hens, all right, on The View, just rah, 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 saying, I'm so sorry I was on Vanity Fair. I should have never done it. Or you can pay attention to reality here. So Alabama's anti-abortion bill, which they said, I know you're saying, could you stop saying that, damn it? But they said it's designed to challenge Roe v. Wade. It's coming down. Now, let me ask you a question. If a law is wrong and unconstitutional, if it's been law for 2 years, 32 years, 62 years, or 112 years, where does it gain constitutional credit? Or, when does it become, constitutional and settled law if the day it was voted on it's unconstitutional? When? Damn it, I ask you. Alabama anti-abortion bill bans abortion at every stage of pregnancy. Every stage. Doctors face 99 years. Do you want to be the judge? 99 years. 99 years in prison for performing abortion. Doctors face 10 years in prison for attempting abortion. Psst, psst, meet me over here. I got an office in my basement. Exception when mother's life is at risk, but not rape and incest. That's the double cousin question. I'm sorry. I'm in so much trouble. Where are you from? Alabama? We're double cousins. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay? Get off my back. But in the case of rape and incest, and no, it's not, no, not even in the case of rape and incest. The only exception is when the mother's life is at risk. Alabama passes near total abortion ban intended, you see on the bottom, it's intended to test Roe v. Wade bill, awaits Governor Ivey's signature. So let's go over to number 14. This is the senator. I'm sorry if you get to watch this. You're so busy right now, but I'm sorry I didn't pull your name up. Alabama passes near total abortion ban intended as test to Roe v. Wade. Right there. This lady here, I don't know. I got to look her up later. She is the one that said that. CNN again, number 15. Here they ran a picture of the governor. This is Governor Ivey waiting for her signature. She got 6 days. Once she signs it, boom. Now MSNBC, they jumped in. Oh my God, they're going nuts. Number 16, okay. Alabama State Senate passes near total abortion ban and direct challenge of Roe v. Wade. All right, that's MSNBC this morning. Give me number 18. I'm just showing you that MSNBC, they're going nuts over it. You can see that there. Stretch Minka, number 19. This is my impression of Minka. Now, I better not do impressions. I better stay away from impressions. So number 19, Alabama State Senate passes near total. She is just, you see 5:01, it's 6:01 in the morning. They started at 6 a.m. going nuts over this. Now, let me caution you before I show you this next picture. They bring this guy in every morning for something, okay? I actually like the guy. I know he's on MSNBC. I know what you're saying. And no, I don't think he's conservative and anything. And I think he fits right into MSNBC because I actually do like the guy. And what I like, before I pull his picture in, is when they have him there and they lead him with a question, okay? Now, when you go to these news networks, okay, you watch the anchors or whatever they're called, or you watch them lead their guest, lead their analyst, and by the time they're done with their question or statement, you know what they want to hear. And what I always enjoy is when they don't hear what they want, and it's like, you can see the look on their face like, damn it, you're only here because I wanted to hear this. And this is this guy here, number 20. Now, this guy, Danny Savalas. Danny Savalas is a legal analyst on MSNBC. They will bring him on at 6 in the morning. They will bring him on at 7 in the morning. But they want their Danny Savalas on there to ask the legal question. So this morning, as you can see, Danny's on there at 5:07 Central Time, which is 6 o'clock right out of the box. Okay? It's 6 a.m. Joe and Minka are firing the questions to Danny Savalas on this abortion law in Alabama. And you know what Danny Savalas says? He says, Roe v. Wade is very flimsy law to begin with. Roe v. Wade does not have a foundation that could not be overturned. They're freaking out. All the segments, they are freaking out because this guy actually said this morning, hey, it's over the right to privacy. And this may give the Supreme Court an opportunity to look at Roe v. Wade, it's his word, possibly overturn it. And this is where you might see the states get back the state power. Okay, so I'm telling you, it's flimsy law. And even Danny Savalas said that. We're going to come back because I want to talk about the Supreme Court justices before we leave. And yes, I understand everything else going on out there. Iran, tariffs, trade wars. Joe Biden got a new facelift. Bernie Sanders still combing his hair with a balloon. I got the whole list. I know what's going on. I want to stay focused on this. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. I am multitasking here. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to round this out. Now, I do understand that there's a trade war that we are, as the American people, in with China. We're okay. Real simple, folks. I understand. Look, I'm going to show you this one right here, number 12, really quick. This is not a different segment. We're going to stay on the abortion segment, Josh. Okay, but number 12 there, soybean farmers hurt by trade war. Yes, 10-year low. Yes, they're out there finding any farmer. They're out there claiming that Trump is doing so many things they'll have no choice but to impeach him. They say Trump is actually going to self-impeach himself because they have to look. They just don't have a choice, okay? Number 23, okay? Rank and file House Democrats urge second look at impeachment. I got it. Let's go to the real deal, okay? Remember, it wasn't long ago, Brett Kavanaugh? Interesting. So let's go through that in just a minute. Number 21, they are claiming Roe v. Wade, okay? Let it stand, a Fox News poll MSNBC used. Let it stand, 57%. Why would you say let it stand if you're asked? Because you know it's concerning the 14th Amendment and it deals with your right to privacy. And Roe v. Wade is just such a solid case. Had a great foundation for your right to privacy. Is that why you say let it stand? Why do you say let it stand? Is because even Fox, Judge Napolitano, even everybody at NBC, ABC, just because every one of them say it's settled law. It's settled law. We've accepted it. I don't know who the hell you are. Let me tell you something, okay? Damn it, let me look at it and tell you a damn thing or two. If the American people have accepted it, you would not have these states, okay, passing these restrictive laws on abortion if it's been accepted. It's not. It's not accepted. All right, so let it stand. Why let it stand? Why, it's settled law. Overturn it, 21%. Unsure, 22. Look, I'm busy, okay? I got blue hair, earring, unsure. Now, let me tell you what they're not telling you. Young Democrats that are having children, there may be room for a Democrat presidential candidate. Let me just go off the cuff here. There may be room for a Democrat presidential candidate to say they're pro-life. Everybody's backing up. Who would that be? There may be room. Interesting. Why? The South. Why? Blue states. Purple states. Why? Seems like it wasn't long ago Doug Jones was elected in Alabama. You people sometimes, not you people, but you people or those people, you don't pay attention. Why, Roy Moore was a bad candidate. He rode his horse in, and before he left, he smacked a couple 12-year-olds on the ass. I got it. Roy Moore, bad candidate. Alabama just passed a law that just passed a bill that will become law within 6 days if the governor signs it, that outlaws all abortion in a state that elected Doug Jones, a Democrat, as their senator. Catching on yet now? New York, they gonna vote. They gonna vote. They're gonna come out and vote for the Democrat. California, maybe he or she could be half pro-life. I'm just telling you, a positive pro-life pitch from a Democrat could go over. Now, so we understand let it stand. That's because we've been told it's settled law, it's settled law, it's settled law. And we understand it's got a flimsy foundation. We know now Roe v. Wade is going to come between the Supreme Court. Now, here, if you think Brett Kavanaugh, all right, let's start with Justice Samuel Alito. I feel he will vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. I feel Justice Samuel Alito has turned out to be one of the most conservative we could count on justices on the Supreme Court in my lifetime, okay? Don't have a lot of cases where I'm ready to throw Justice Alito out as a conservative. I think he would. Now, here's the interesting one. Clarence Thomas, Justice Clarence Thomas. All right? And he wants to retire. Pull me up Ginsburg. Not right now, but put me a Ginsburg in there. Okay? So he wants to retire. Now, he will vote, my opinion, to overturn Roe v. Wade. My prayer is he hangs on the 18 months. 18 months. He doesn't retire yet. My prayer is that, and when I say my prayer, I say candidly, my prayer is that we're not looking for a justice to replace him that will vote like him against Roe v. Wade. I hope he actually is there for the vote and he will hang on. There's a lot of talk he may retire, okay? Now let's go with Justice Neil Gorsuch, okay? I feel he will vote. I feel that's our third vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. I do. A lot of people are not as comfortable with him, but I feel I feel he's strong in his decisions. I feel he's a constitutionalist. I like what he's writing as a justice. I feel he could be our third vote. Okay? Now let's get to the two votes that I'm not for sure of. Go to Brett Kavanaugh. All right? Brett Kavanaugh is a Catholic boy, right? Catholic boy. But let me say this. He's a Catholic boy that only has 2 children. Hey, wait. I understand. Easy. Kavanaugh just sided with the other 4 liberal judges in a ruling that made it 5-4 where he dissented against the conservative judges. So I think we have our 3 votes. I think he could be our 4th vote. I do. Okay? But this is where it gets a little nervous, okay? Kavanaugh gets a little nervous. Good Catholic boy. Do I think he's pro-life? Yes. Do I think he's strong pro-life? Absolutely. I do. I think that's why you saw what happened with him, okay? You saw what happened with him. And that's why it happened. Abortion. And they know something. And they think he will vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. That's why they went bat, crap, crazy, okay? So he may be our fourth vote. Now we got a 4-4 court. John Roberts, okay? Don't trust him. I just don't. I do not see this guy as our fifth vote. If you're wanting to overturn, I don't see Justice Roberts as the fifth vote. I don't. He lost me on his Obamacare vote or his decision on Obamacare. I'm not 100% where this guy's at. He's just too moderate for me. But he could be. So right now, I think we have a 4-4 court on so many issues, and we don't know what a couple are going to do. But on this issue, I think we're 4-4, and I don't think we have Roberts. So that's why I do not want Clarence Thomas replaced. I want him to be there. Now put Ginsburg up. Damn, could you find a scarier shot? I mean, that's a Ginsburg right in the face moment right there, boy. I had Josh pull all these, and he pulled it. Did you type in Google spooky Ginsburg? Is that how you got that?
Yeah,
that's what it was. Okay, so here is Justice Ginsburg. I wish nothing bad on her. Here's what I wish, and seriously, I don't wish or hope that she falls asleep with a pillow over her face. I really don't. I wish she would just retire and go sit in her little chair out by the garden and let her grandkids, whoever, come play, and let people come sit with her and drink tea and read books and write her memoirs or whatever memoirs she can remember. Whatever. That's what I hope. But my hope is she goes soon. And last but not least, Amy Coney Barrett gets appointed in her position. So we're going to close with that, and I'm going to tell you, if she gets appointed to fill Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg's seat, okay, on the court, if you think with the Alabama law, the Georgia law, the Ohio law, the Mississippi, list goes on, if you think that they have not gone crazy, absolutely crazy, when it came to Brett Kavanaugh, you appoint this lady, Amy Coney Barrett, Catholic girl, Notre Dame professor at Notre Dame, in their legal department. If you think they went crazy before, they are going to go nuts. So my hope is this lady replaces Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg, and that we have 5 solid votes. Neil Gorsuch, okay, Kavanaugh, I'm hoping they are in. Kavanaugh, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Ruth and Amy Coney Barrett. But if she's appointed to replace Clarence Thomas, I'm not for sure we got the 5th vote. I'm just saying. Just saying. So they're going nuts over it. Remember, okay? Remember, Roe v. Wade was not decided based on abortion. Remember that. It's very flimsy. The foundation to this Supreme Court decision could crumble with the Alabama, Georgia law, Mississippi going to the Supreme Court and challenging it. You see, don't listen to anybody that says Roe v. Wade has held up since 1973. Don't believe it. When you hear Roe v. Wade is settled law and it is held up since 1973, we have a liberal court, and we have had the deep state liberals make sure that Roe v. Wade did not hold up, that it did not get challenged. make sure there was no direct challenge. There has been abortion cases, but not the direct challenge to Roe v. Wade, because Roe v. Wade is based on right to privacy in the 14th Amendment, not abortion. I'm your host, BKP. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm just telling myself. Friday, we're going to be at Sycamore Crossing. Have they sent you over the new graphic? Yes, Josh. Maybe they didn't send it over to you yet. It had a misspelled word. Did I just tell the whole world we misspelled a word? You didn't, but I did. Okay, good. Friday, we'll be at Sycamore Crossing outside. There you go. I'm going to go because I got things to do. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.